Hey everybody, so today we are going to be playing All Manor of Evil, a 3-player game with yours truly, Travis, who designed the game.
Yeah.
Chris Beyer, who did the graphic design for the game. And then Chris Ham, who's just here because we feel sorry for him.
No, he needs somebody to beat him in all of his games.
Yes, Chris Ham, who is the lead developer of Kolossal and is the creator of the solo version of the game.
Oh.
He is the creator of the solo version of the game. He's not really created much else other than annoyance. I'm kidding. Chris Ham is great. So we're going to be playing the game today. We're going to play 3 players to give you guys a bit of an idea of what's going on. You got a question, Artie?
No, we have Ian Tacular. I assume that's Ian in the chat.
Yes.
Says, hey, dudes.
His name is now an adjective. And so what we're going to be doing is we are each, we've got our initial setup except for roll cards. We need to each get a roll card. And this is a prototype, by the way. So if you want a more accurate idea of what the game looks like, please go to the Kickstarter page wherein you can see some of the differences. We have our 3 gods. We have, oh boy, pronouncing things. We have Aster, Yog-Sothoth, and Dagon. Oh!
The savior of the universe?
Master of the Night Gods?
Master of the Night Gods. All right, so we each start with a skeleton key. I'm going to be the starting player, i.e. the player with the lantern. We just got our roll cards. So we're going to look, and this is going to tell us how we can score points, how we can die, and or how we could just outright win the game. So this is, everything that you're seeing is from the burglar pledge level. There's no stretch goal content, monsters, things like that in the game. So we're playing a very simple version of the game.
Travis, your hair is looking very Ian Tacular these days.
Is it?
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm looking very Sling Blade in this shirt. But yes, I decided to cut all of my hair off. I was tired of looking like I jumped out of a B-52 bomber in 1940. So, yeah, don't shake your head.
Well, I mean, they only didn't exist then.
Oh, whatever.
And you don't-
52 was the
jump out
year.
of them.
Was 52 a year? I mean, no, you could eject out of any plane. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Are you
I cut my hair.
with the band, the B-52s?
I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Just roll it.
So we have our 3 gods. They each start with 1 awakening token. We have our roll cards. We have our skeleton key. We have our madness, and we're going to put our madness tokens on our roll card. They have a different card back in the final version, but this will help us to, or I will, and Beyer will just not obey. There we go.
The initiative or inertia is strong with fire.
Yes, he is a resistance. He is like a reverse juggernaut, just like you are a reverse Kurgan. So we are going to go ahead and deal out the initial cards into the manor. This little board here is the manor board, and it depicts the house in which we are going to be burgling.
Ian
Yes.
says we just hit 15K.
Woohoo! 15,000. So we got linen finish on all the cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, we've unlocked quite a few stretch goals already. So this is kind of a little campaign.
Bring the deck down here.
So we've got, these are the relics that we will be able to steal for this round of play. We each have 4, the same 4 action cards in our hand: Pilfer, Deceive, Inspect, and Study. They each have an initiative number on them. They have an ability, and they tell us what rooms that we can steal from in the manor. Each room is represented twice on these cards. And simply, this is a simultaneous action selection style game. We're going to each pick a card. In our starting hand, we're going to have 4 options, but after that, we'll only have 3 because the card that we played the prior round will not be available to us. We're going to reveal our cards. Every player that played the same card is going to get a madness token. So there's a little bit of a deduction element. You're trying to kind of bluff, predict what people are going to be doing, because at the end of the game, the player with the most madness is going to die, is going to be driven mad and lose the game. So you don't want to have the most madness. You're going to get madness in 2 ways. You're going to get madness from having these madness tokens, which this is madness that you can kind of heal.
Temporary madness.
Temporary madness. And then there's fixed madness on these cards out here, which you can see. And this madness you cannot get rid of. Correct. As long as you have the card. There's a value here, like a point value. And what's going to happen is the game's going to end when either the second clock card is drawn. There's 2 shuffled into the bottom quarter of the deck. When the second clock is drawn, the game immediately ends, even if you're in the middle of something. Immediately.
Right, even an action.
So if like I inspected and I revealed the final card, the final clock, then the game would end instantly. Or if at the end of any round of play, 1 or more Elder Gods have 6 or more Awakening tokens on them. If only one has, then the game will end, and it'll add a sort of rule to the game.
Right.
If more than one elder god is woke,
We all get gobbled up.
we all are devoured. The whole world is devoured, and we all die. So there's a bit, and we just actually unlocked a roll card that wants that to happen. The prophet
is unlocked,
wants the world to be devoured.
He knew it was coming.
So that's the kind of fun thing in this game. There's like, it's like any good card combo game. There's an exception to every single rule. So the cards that we're going to be stealing are going to do things. They're going to have special abilities. They're going to give us madness tokens. Some of them are going to add and remove awakening tokens to these gods. So lots going on. So I'm going to quit talking and we're going to start playing. So I'm going to look at my roll card one more time. And we are going to be giving away a free lunatic pledge to anyone that is not Ian that is watching the game. Yes.
To any follower who's watching. So
yes.
If you're not following, be sure to follow.
You got to follow.
Smash that follow button.
Smash that like button.
Yes. And
ring the bell.
You can get, so that's a $29 value less the shipping, and you're going to get the deluxe version of the game plus all the stretch goals. So definitely, if you are not following this is a channel we intend to do a lot more with. Since we have a Kickstarter up every 25 seconds of the year, we will be utilizing this quite a bit. And really quickly, I want to thank BoardGameTables.com for providing this table for us. Super nice. Katie, you are the best. So let's go ahead and play. So it's the first round of play. We're going to look out at the cards. Okay. And I think we're ready to rumble. So there's lots of decisions here. What do I want to steal? Which I'm only going to be able to steal something if I go to the corresponding room. So I might play a card. I want to use the actions, etc. There's lots of little layered decisions in this game. Ready? Oh, they both chose inspect. So
count on you
deceive is a 2. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to resolve deceive. Deceive says exchange the top relic of your cache. Your cache is just a stack of cards that you've collected throughout the game. So you're only ever going to be able to interact with the top card, although we just unlocked a new relic that allows you to mess with those. So I am going to swap out my skeleton key, which is a measly, pathetic type of thing, and I'm going to take this beautiful ancient artifact that has no madness and has a value of 2. Now, normally, if I stole this card, I would gain a madness token, but because I exchanged it, I don't have to use any of the effects. I just simply put it in front of me. And then I can steal a card from the attic or the basement. So I don't want the skeleton key because it is terrible. So I'm going to take the Rite of Kolossal. And what this says is duplicate the effect of the action card you played this round. So now I'm going to get
combo power, right?
I know, right? So I'm going to gain a madness token, please, because of this card, and then I can exchange this card with a different card. And what I'm going to do is, since this is a 1 madness item with 0 value, I'm going to take.
You want to get that key back?
No, I don't want the silly key back. I want to take this, which. I'm going to take this. So this says that I get to lose a madness token.
It is juicy.
And then I got to add 1 to a room. So I'm going to make, and you guys are going to the basement or the foyer. So so Ham is going to get this skeleton key that is slightly cursed. He's getting hammered.
Wow.
All right, so I'm going to take this Rite of Kolossal.
I knew you couldn't resist.
No, it's too good. Well, first,
I
got to
cheating McCheats a lot.
I cheat too much. I got to steal the top card first. Get an amber tome. So I'm going to add 1 additional awakening to. Add 1 to the yellow god, and he has 3 or less. So add 1 more, please.
Oh, here comes Haster. And what does it say for him again?
Remaining players score the madness value of each rite in their cache instead of the.
But you just
somebody got a Rite of Carcosa.
And then I'm going to steal a Rite of Carcosa,
which says you get to duplicate your
which
effect.
will
of
give
your
me
card.
1 madness token.
Yes.
And then I can duplicate the inspect to steal the next card to get an ancient tablet and lose a madness.
Okay.
Is it a lose?
Yeah.
Wow. So lots of little things happening here.
Exciting first turn for them.
Enabled by Travis.
All right. And
powered by Travis.
I got a rock.
Obsidian Tome. Add 1 additional awakening token. So you get to add an awakening token to any god, and then you get to add another one to any god with 3 or less awakening tokens.
Let me see which one of these gods I want awakened over here. Alright. We'll go ahead and add one here and one here.
Look at you.
Spread out the love there.
Okay.
And then
you have to steal if you can. All that's there is the skeleton key that gave him a madness token.
Hooray!
So, congratulations.
Yeah. So don't go last
on your pending nuptials to Cthulhu.
So the lantern passes. Refill the rooms.
So now, as we said, these cards that we played stay out in front of us. So Haster's looking juicy, and there's the right of Eric Lang just came out. The right of Lang. And there's 2 things to awaken the green god. Do you want to really quickly tell them what happens with all the different gods? So we've said Haster, you score points equal to the madness on your rights, correct?
Correct. Assuming you're still alive at that point.
Yeah.
Yog Sothoth, awakened players gain 2 madness tokens for each obsidian relic in their cache.
But you have an obsidian relic in your cache.
Yeah. Maybe I like the madness. And then Dagon, each player shuffles their cache and removes the top 2 relics from the game.
Oh, so he just randomly affects your score.
Yeah, I played one just a couple days ago where that won the game.
Wow. Yeah. And each god is double-sided. So there's like there's a side that eats people, and then there's the kind of game-altering side.
Right. The side that eats people requires higher player counts. So.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to choose a different card from among the ones that are in our hand. I'm going to look out. So here's another right. Right of Lang allows you to reveal the top 2 cards. You steal one and put the other one back.
Yep.
So if you play your card down in front of you, you take your old card back.
All right.
Flippity flop.
Oh, that's more like it.
Pilfer.
So Byron and I both chose Pilfer, which says add 1 madness to any room in the manor.
Yep. So we're going to add 1 to the attic, please. And then I'll steal the warding stone.
But I wanted to steal the warding stone.
I'll put this here.
Gross. So you're hurting me?
Yes.
You said we were cousins. All right, so I'm forced.
You have to add a madness.
Yeah.
But we'll not be stealing from there.
No?
Yeah, so okay.
All right, so this says add 1 additional awakening token to, so it adds 1 to the green god.
Okay.
And then it says if he has 3 or less, add 1 more. He does not.
He does have 3 or less.
Oh, after that he does?
Yeah,
you're right. Okay, so
all right, so
things are getting tense.
I, for one, welcome our tentacle overlord.
Would you like to deceive my friend?
Yes, very much.
Are you going to be stealing that skeleton?
I am the key master.
Captain GM says these cards look better than his review cup.
Who?
Captain GM. I don't know who it is.
I'm sorry, Captain.
In real life.
Captain GM in real life.
And then I'll steal that.
Wow, that skeleton key has found its way back into your
Hey,
heart.
that's a point with no madness. I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
All right, ship the lantern.
All right, we refill the manor.
We have a lapis lazuli statue, ancient tome, and a rite of Lang. For you Haster fans out there.
Well, interesting protons.
Yog coming for you fools.
Y'all gonna make me blow my
fast. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. You ready?
YouTube video forthcoming.
Don't do it. All right, deceive. Give me this juicy 4 points with no drawback. Deliciosity. And then exchange. Okay, so then attic, no. Basement, sure. I will add 1 to the blue god, please. So there's a tell right there. I could add or remove. I chose to add.
All right, I'm gonna study. Lose these.
Don't you do it.
And then I'm gonna take this.
Yes. Reveal the top 2 cards?
Yep.
One is an ancient mask, and the other one is an obsidian idol, which Yog-Sothoth does not approve of.
I'll take the mask.
Okay.
And I'll show you my roll card. And I'll put the idol. Where are you stealing from? Basement or foyer? Put it in the basement.
What is that? Move one awakening god.
We'll inspect first.
Yeah, I know. I'm just considering my options here. All right, so we've got this obsidian talisman, making friends all over the place. Oh, that's +3 madness tokens.
Yeah, and you got to add one to anybody. You ought to put it on Yogg-Sothoth. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. No.
Nah.
If a god's gonna awaken, we're gonna spin the wheel. Okay, so let's see. Add one additional. Okay, that would put Cthulhu at 5.
That's not Cthulhu.
I'm sorry, Yogg.
Chat's rooting
Sorry, I'm
for
losing my
a
mind.
double awaken for us to all get devoured.
It is a legitimate possibility.
It could happen. It may happen.
Occasionally,
It's funny when it happens.
This game has the opposite of king making. Occasionally, somebody will spitefully, who's not going to win, drag you all into the abyss.
Well, it can happen by accident. Someone could literally, like,
Yeah.
you could just top deck a card that adds, and suddenly,
All right, I'm gonna steal the obsidian idol,
wow, Green God Waken.
and we're going to move one from Yogg over to Haster.
Okay, so that helps
Alright.
balance
A
things
little
slightly.
bit, a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna refill.
And the rights are all over the place.
Well,
Oh.
and a third warding stone. Feeling slightly concerned. Ugh. Well. Ready?
Yep.
Yes, living the dream.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about playing that, but then.
I was afraid you were gonna play it.
Well,
actually.
yeah, I wanted to stick you with the attic on top of it. I thought that would have been funny, but.
Yeah.
All right, I'll add one to any room. So I'm going to be stealing. Let's see, you're doing basement and foyer. So if I did the basement, right of relay says exchange this relic for the top relic of another player's cache. Yeah, so let's put one in the foyer, please, a madness token. I will steal this, and then I will exchange this for the ancient mask. But if Haster awakens, he gets 1 point, so not really that impressive.
All right, so I lose 3 madness tokens, which was desperately needed. The attic is dead to me, so we'll steal from the library.
Stop losing your madness tokens,
Get rid of
you
a
silly
madness
so-and-so.
That's 3 points now. I have 2 other rights.
Oh, yeah.
And then add one to any room.
I mean individually. It by
Yes.
itself.
Yes.
We're gonna just add that little guy right there.
Cool.
All right, so buyer steals off the top.
Yeah, what do we got?
Cursed
No!
effigy.
There's this relic on top of another player's
Oh,
cache.
hello, Travis.
Well,
And then you get to lose a madness
Yeah,
token.
you lost a madness. Oh,
You don't
didn't
have.
any.
You
He's
don't
running-
have.
got-
Wow, look who's running a clean
basement,
business over
foyer.
there.
Well, I have 2 now, though.
Yeah.
That's fine. Add 1 to the green.
Funny how that timing works. All right. To the
Add
green.
One to the green dot. So we're
All of them have 4.
So we have
Yes.
a comment. Is this a semi-co-op? Let me win, or we all get devoured and the world is ended in darkness.
Sometimes, but not
can be.
really.
It's not as common as we make it seem.
It can happen, yes.
Got an obsidian statue, map of Arkham, lapis lazuli idol.
All right, Map of Arkham is I don't want the gods to awaken
Pass that
card.
thing.
Thank you.
Man, that's a tough one.
I gotta get rid of this stupid cursed effigy. Ready? Wow, no one clashed. All right.
Yep. So we'll do that. And then
Wow.
Arkham.
So Map of Arkham just wipes all the stuff. So it's the card that if you don't want a god to awaken, you want to run the clock out. It's a good way to speed it up, just like Inspect is. Whoa. Is that you? Is that me? Who's that?
Alright. So we refilled with a lapis lazuli statue, jade statue, ancient tablet, and forbidden tome.
But I wanted to steal things.
Yeah. Alright.
So you're gonna steal. Oh, you already did.
You already did.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna. Do this, and then I'm going to steal. Actually, there's part of me that wants to be a jerk face.
Ignore that part.
I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna steal this. Put this over here. Then I'm gonna steal this.
Wow. Alright, so I steal off the top. What do we get here? Amber statue, add or remove an awakening token to the yellow god. We're going to go ahead and remove. And then steal from the basement or the foyer. It has to be the foyer. Ancient tablet. Lose a madness token. I can live with that.
How dare you?
Yeah. Not too shabby. Send that lantern. Rite of Carcosa, the combo card. Lapis Lazuli Tome. Alright.
Carcosa duplicates, yeah?
Yeah.
Man,
I got some.
the attic is cray. I don't know what I want to do.
Was it at your house where you had the game where there was a skeleton key in a room with like 5 madness tokens?
Yeah.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Ha-ha!
Fire and I
There you go.
bump here. Okay, so I'm going to swap that out for here. Just get the 3 points and none of the madness. I'm going to steal the Rite of Carcosa and gain 1 madness token. But then I'm going to copy my ability again, and I'm going to go ahead and exchange back for the ancient tablet.
Uh-oh.
Looks like the attic for you, Bar.
Well, first thing he's going to do is...
I gotta exchange something first.
Yeah. What you can put,
Recent
you can
copy?
put that
Out
in
of
the
the
attic and just
library?
punch.
No. Swap that.
He thinks Haster's going to wake up.
This attic is clean.
Then I guess I'll take this.
Very lucky. And then would you like to add or remove to the blue god?
Remove.
I may or may not have feelings about that. I can steal from the attic or the library. I'm going to steal from the curse, and unfortunately I can't get rid of this, but I'm going to shove this on top of your...
Yay, more points. More point.
More point.
Alright.
You guys have so many more relics than me. Because
We've
I
been
haven't been played
inspecting.
inspecting.
I mean, I got a double inspect, and he's been inspecting.
Yeah, the double inspect's pretty juicy.
Rite of Zoth adds or removes from every god.
Yeah, that one can bring on the
Yes.
darkness. Pretty spooky stuff. Oh, this moves to Travis.
Ready?
All right. Yeah.
All right, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Alright. Y'all inspect.
So let's see. You're gonna be stealing from the basement of the foyer. Well, this is dangerous. All right, and I'll steal from the attic.
There is no limit to the madness.
Why you can be as crazy? Have you never seen the Insane Clown Posse? They're literally insane.
All right.
Me? Did this not move?
I had it last time. Yeah.
Off the top. Add 1 to the green god, and I get 2 madness tokens, which is not a feel-good moment for me.
Uh-oh.
I'll just flip this to 3. And then I have to steal this, and wow. And then I add 1 to the blue.
Okay, so Yogg is at
I'll
5.
steal from the top.
Uh-oh.
Ancient Tome. I'm going to gain 3 madness tokens. So there's that.
So that's the risk of that.
I can remove 1 from any god, so I'll remove 1 from Yogg.
I approve.
Oh no,
of
sorry,
this.
another player of my choice. So, Ham.
I approve of that message.
And then stealing for myself, I'll take the Rite of Zoth, and I will remove 1 from every god.
What?
Wow, way to jump on the grenade.
Why?
Woo.
Why are these things happening?
Because he's pretty sure he'd be a tasty morsel if one was awakened.
All right, let's keep going.
All right.
You
Rite
guys.
of Relay. Ancient Mask. And Jade Statue.
Stop.
Pass the lantern.
Stop. Stop. Boy, oh boy.
All right, review.
Stud.
Yeah, that had
Yeah.
to.
Whoa!
Come on, you knew that was
Whoa,
coming.
whoa, whoa! Oh, and I'm last in this exchange?
Yeah.
You get nothing. You
Nothing.
lose. Good day, sir.
Oh. I'll lose 3, and I'll steal this, and I'll exchange it for this.
Alright, I will ditch the 3 madness here. Have to steal from the library. Get the Forbidden Tome. Get 2 madness tokens back. And let me see your roll, Travis.
No.
Even though I have a pretty good idea.
Are you correct? You have to be honest.
I won't comment one way or the other.
Is he a cultist?
That's exactly what a cultist is.
You're
Alright,
done?
yeah,
So I get nothing, but I lose 3 of these.
correct.
So I did get something.
Alright, pass the lantern. Obsidian Amulet. And Elder Sign.
Interesting protons. That thing's a Dagon Elder God.
Daggone it.
Ready? Flippity don't deceive.
There's some decision.
Stop!
Probably hurts me worse than it does you, to be honest.
This is not cool. No, no, no.
Yes, yes.
That was my thought.
I know.
That was my plan thought.
Well, I'm gonna give you 3 points here.
But I wanted to steal that also. Why can't I steal most of the things?
All right, there you go.
All right, I will migrate this to here. Just probably a terrible idea. And I will steal this, and I will look at your roll. Oh, gross. No Jabba laughs.
Whoa. All right, buyer, off the top.
Yeah. Let's add 1 to yellow. And then I'll steal this and add 1 to green.
Stop making the game exciting. I don't want to
Too much pressure. Too much pressure. Ceremonial dagger, ancient tablet, and amber amulet.
I believe the term is iPod.
Travis gets the lantern.
Let's see.
All right, I'm tired of you guys. I've made up my mind.
Oh, time to take
Time
it
to
up a
start playing the
notch.
game.
Yeah. starting to get.
I don't like
we're
any
starting,
of my
We're starting to get.
options
I think
here.
we're going to be in clock territory after this next round.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
We ready?
Yeah.
Pilfa.
Dud.
All
I
right.
will steal.
Well, first you had a madness.
Mm-hmm. Well, where are we? So what's the commonality? Attic, library,
You can go anywhere. You don't
basement,
have to hit one of
foyer.
us.
Put one in the attic, and I'll steal and add one to blue.
Okay, there we go.
Getting close.
All right,
That
I'll
Dagon thing's gonna wake up.
Wow.
Study away
Wow.
3, and then I will steal from the attic,
Yes, you will.
and I will give 1 madness to Travis.
I don't think that's nice.
Yes. All right, peel off the top.
So many emotional.
Oh, that's awful. Right of Zoth, but I guess we'll use it to remove an awakening token from each god.
No, why is that awful? You just undid.
Because it's
Turn.
0 points to madness.
Sure, you just undid so much.
That.
Good work.
There you go. New roll for Travis. Snowflake. You automatically win if you have 0 madness tokens when the second clock strikes. You can't handle the pressure.
All right, pass the lantern. Ancient Mask. Ceremonial dagger.
No, why are there talk of clocks?
Clock top.
Lapis Lazuli amulet.
Hello, Lapis Lazuli Ambulate.
Well, you know, can't make an amulet without breaking some eggs.
Whoa!
Monster egg.
You're the worst person I ever met. Whoa. Ready?
Nope. I was busy making my awesome joke.
You're gonna lose. It's gonna be funny. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, come on. All right, I'll put this. Sorry, guys. I will then steal this and add one to the blue.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
All right.
I have to
Oh, you
steal.
have to steal from
Yeah.
Is a blue god awakening
I'll
suddenly?
just rip something off the top. It's fine.
Peel for the dove, peel for the save.
Did you lose your 3?
It's not to me. Oh, yeah, I've got to do that. So I have to steal it.
Yeah.
It's almost like I wanted that to happen.
All right, and
Off the top.
Yeah!
Is that a minus?
No,
No.
it's a +1 to the
Oh,
blue.
and
Okay.
two more madness tokens to boot.
I'll split this.
wow,
Yeah,
at least I snuck through that study there.
Well,
Basement or foyer? Would you like to?
I'll take this 3-point card
Yes.
and add
add
one
one
to
to
yellow.
yeah. Okay, so the end of a round, and Dagon awakes. So, so the way this works is there. If the clocks are revealed, there's a 3-step ending. A god was awakened. There's 4. So first we're going to do reveal, then awakened, then madness, then scoring. So starting with the player with the lantern, go ahead and reveal your roll.
I was the medium.
Okay, so you did not get your
I'm not
wish.
gonna get mine.
I would think you were a small.
I was the investigator. I also wanted the clocks to be revealed, and this guy.
Blue cultist!
Yeah.
So mine says score 1 point if a god was awakened. Score an additional 3 if the blue god was awoken.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself. You might go insane.
I don't
Although
think
I don't
so.
think
I-
that
no,
it's going to be me or
It's gonna
buyer.
be one of
Yeah,
us.
I've stole the least cards.
All right, so then we go to the awakened. We check to see if the awakened god has an awakened effect,
Oh.
which he does. Each player shuffles their cash and removes the top 2 relics from the game. So let's
Very
shuffle those
stressful.
guys face down.
Very stressful.
Get rid of that
What's
right
happening?
of
Sorry.
Zod. Yeah, shuffle it and remove the top 2 relics.
No, that was 6 points.
Oh yeah, well, whoever lives is going to beat you on points. And we've got a skeleton key and a cursed effigy.
What? Well, I guess when your deck is 40% skeleton keys.
All right, so now we check madness. So I have 2 madness tokens.
You can kind of nicely splay these. Counting out loud is terrible.
1 1,000, 2 1,000.
Oh boy.
I have 11.
Is it a big number, Buyer?
It bigger than a bread basket.
All right, 2, 4, 5, 7, 11, 13, 16, 19.
Yeah, I had 24.
Woo! So Buyer is a tasty morsel.
I'm
Buyer's
delicious.
eating.
Y'all gonna lose your mind.
Y'all gonna lose your mind.
All right, and then points. Don't forget to add your roll bonus there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just splay them in the other direction.
Hashtag too many Chris's. There's never too many Chris's.
Guess who's not gonna win the contest?
Yeah. Disqualified.
I got some juicy stuff in here. I'm not gonna lie.
$30.
26.
This is what I do here. So see, even though I didn't want the god to awaken, and he got his wish, the investigator's setting up a nice new little relic kiosk in the mall under the new order.
One
of
person
Dagon.
dies, one person wins, and the other person is sad.
That's how you play.
That's how you play. That is All Manor of Evil with 3 players. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, let's give everyone a couple seconds to start asking questions if you have any questions.
So like the way the actions work are they're meant to kind of offer utility and spite and combo-ness. So pilfer. I don't know if we can see here.
I can change.
So pilfer is just the one. It's the card that acts the quickest. It's the one. And so if players ever play the same card, it's whoever has the lantern is the one that's going to go first from those. So it's got, there's a priority number on these. This one just adds 1 to any room in the manor. So basically you could set it up so that other people get madness. So you're kind of trying to push someone toward being devoured.
Well, and if you have the lantern, you're going to get your choice of what's in those one of those 2 rooms.
Yep. Then Deceive is like one of the big combo-y cards. So Deceive lets you kind of filter crappy cards out of your deck. So if you got a raw deal on the last one and you were forced to steal something, or if you want to combo a card a second time, which is what I did there to trigger the end of the game. I took something, I put a card back, I stole, knowing that Chris Ham would have to steal, and then that would trigger the end of the game. So that allows you to kind of set up some interesting things. There's lots of cards that have that give you a lot of madness. Like for example, this card here, this talisman gives you 2 madness tokens, but if I exchange it, I get no madness and 3 points. So there's lots of little cool interactions like that.
Well, another thing about Deceive before we move on is it's also, because it's stuck in play, if you see that somebody has played Deceive within a given turn, if you have one of the cards that lets you put something awful on top of their deck, that's who you want to target, because they're not going to be able to play that action next turn, thus they're trapped with it. So even though this game is chaotic and there's so much wild, crazy stuff going on, small little observations like that let you really take advantage, and it does reward skill. It's not a perfect skill game by any stretch, but it does. Better play is rewarded.
Yeah, it's
as I think
like
we
a
can all
risk management
see
type
from,
game
from this particular play.
Yeah. So then we have Study, and Study just lets you lose madness tokens, but it's a slower card. So it's just straight kind of utility card.
I mean, it may have won me the game. The buyer had.
I
snuck through.
Another turn to study.
I snuck through like 3 unopposed studies, and he had a lot of points too, but just too much madness.
All right, whenever you're done bragging. The last card is Inspect.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, I think Inspect's probably my favorite card other than Deceive, just because it lets the players who want the clocks to be drawn. It speeds the game the game in toward that. Plus, it's a way to get points. But the crazy part is you don't know what you're going to get. You're just ripping something off the top. So you might get something.
That's
cool.
how I hit that right.
You might accidentally awaken a god. You might just
or all of them.
Or you might draw a crappy card like Lovecraft's Letters, which is just a 1.2 madness card with no ability. It's no good.
You would have to be a huge fan to want those.
Sure, and the other risk of this card is because it allows you to essentially get 2 cards, it's the slowest card, which means other people might steal so that you don't get a card and you're just ripping off the top.
Right.
Nonetheless, it allows, it does help with that, the clock drawing aspect of the game. So.
Well, and what Travis said there about maybe you get stuck without something, that's why at any player count above 2, you really have to pay attention to where the lantern is. So, if you're third in line and you play Inspect, you're setting yourself up that for the very real possibility that the 2 people in front of you will play the same action as you. So as the player count goes up, you have to be more and more aware of how likely your action is to go off and play that game. And then you're like, well, am I going to get madness if we bump heads? So yeah. It really adds to just another layer of tension to the game.
So yeah, I mean, like the way the actions work, like I said, is they're multi-layer, and they're gonna factor into. There's a lot of little kind of micro decisions within each card play. Maybe I'm looking and I go, oh, that god's going to awaken, so I really need to play Deceive and get rid of the thing that's going
Obsidian,
to put the token on the god and awaken it, even though I don't want that item. Like, it might hurt me. I don't want the game to end because I'm trying to trigger, the clock's being drawn or something like that. So there's lots of little workarounds on situations. You might know, like, oh, well, I've only got 2 madness tokens. One of the Chris's have a lot of madness tokens. They're probably going to play study. I can reliably play study, gain a 3rd madness token, which I will then lose, knowing that I'm griefing, the other player for an additional madness, making their study less effective.
Yeah.
So there's all these little tiny combos in the game that I think are pretty cool.
Do we have an estimated release date?
I would assume this would be out in early Q2 of 2019.
Do we have any fancy or luxury bits in the works?
Well, the deluxe version of the game, the Lunatic Pledge, has the acrylic tokens. We just got linen finish on the cards. The gods are tarot-sized cards. I mean, the game, while it is a card game, it does come with a little folding board. It has tokens. If you get the Lunatic Pledge, it has the acrylic gems for the Awakening tokens and the Madness tokens. We do have a stretch goal for a cooler version of the Lantern, or an upgraded version of the Lantern that I think we will get. We have a stretch goal at the end of the campaign that if we run out of stretch goals, we hit all of our stretch goals, I have to get a tattoo, an H.P. Lovecraft tattoo of some type. And you can't tell, but I have a lot of tattoos. So that will be funny.
And how many gods do we have of each color?
There are, in the base game, I believe 6 total. There are
double-sided.
6 double-sided gods. So there's 2. So that, like, there's Yog-Sothoth, Cthulhu, Dagon, Azathoth, and then Hastur and
Nigoroth.
Yeah. So we have those guys, and then we have in the deluxe version there are 3 additional double-sided gods, and we just unlocked 3 more gods. And I believe we have another, I think there's 15 in total.
Honestly, I can't remember.
5 of each of the 3 colors.
Do we plan on having a higher player count live play before the end of the campaign?
Yeah, we could probably do that.
Yeah, we'd love to show at least 5 so we can get the vault in the game.
Yeah, if we play with more players, there's an additional room that's added called the vault. And what the vault does is the vault always has an item in it, but you get a madness.
Right. Whenever it's made empty, it's immediately refilled from the top of the manor, and a madness token is placed on it as well.
And you can always steal from the vault.
Any card can steal from the vault.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. How do the double-sided gods work?
You just choose. So there's some player count stuff on them. You can't see that in these. The other side. So this version of Dagon. This one says the player with the least relics in their cache is devoured. So this guy removes relics from your cache, and then this one just kills the person. So I would have just died there.
Yeah. Every flip side. Is a 4 or more because it